All right, all you snowboarders of the internet, we're back. We're live. Hopefully, the internet connection doesn't die today. But I did get good news about the new internet connection for the fiber optic that they're laying in Breckenridge. They might literally be laying it to my front door, which means the connection will be next to nothing at all. Anyways, this is the live stream. You know how this goes. If you have questions, put them over in the chat or down below. It depends if you're on laptop, PC, whatever. It'll be over there on the right. If you're in the web browser, if you're on mobile, it will be down below. I will answer that. If you super chat, you get a spin of the wheel. We're going to carry forward everything from last week's live stream into this so that way everyone, we'll just do a big draw. We're going to carry it forward till this Friday. So basically Friday's live stream, which will happen at 1 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, we'll be doing just a big draw of everything of that. Also, I know a few people have asked if the Snowboarding Culture is Not Dead stickers are back. They are. They're in angrysnowboarderstore.com. So swing in, pick them up if you're looking for them as well. Sticker envelopes are also restocked in there. You guys probably noticed that you haven't gotten a new Angry Snowboarder show this week. I got a monster migraine this weekend, and it takes a couple days for me to bounce back from that. I mean, it was like 16 hours of a drill going into my brain, and my tinnitus, it has not subsided since, so I still am hearing like static and high pitches in my ears. So that's why you haven't gotten a new one. It doesn't matter because Monday was going to be the last episode. Looking at the numbers of it, it just wasn't good enough to keep doing it. But you will be getting more podcast segments with Kevin and I for the foreseeable future, as long as our schedules permit. So we're going to be doing that. And I'm working on a few other projects for you guys right there. So, yeah. So anyways, once again, if you got questions, put them over in the chat. I'm going to jump on it. And so it's over there. I'm going to answer them, get in where I can. And we're going to just dive into some questions here right now. First one from Crop Fox. Hey, Avran, I don't really understand the logic behind Now's Hanger 1.0 versus 2.0. Does it mean that if I have a Bigfoot boot, I won't be able to get a Recon or Select and vice versa? So what it is the 1.0 is the Generation 1, and the Generation 1s were a little more snug in the heel cup, just with the way it was molded. So the 2.0 is a little bit wider in there. What the big issue was bulky boots. So that would be your Adidas or your 32s were just too wide in the heel, so they were creating a pinch point and a little bit of rubbing. What it really was at the time, it was the fucking stupid bullshit Nike boots didn't fit in there, so they had to retool it a little bit. Rather than eat the cost on the mold because it costs so much for it, they just created a new one, and that way they could use the old one, the 1.0, going forward with it. It doesn't necessarily mean your boot isn't going to fit in there if you have a big foot, it's if you have a wide foot. If you have a really wide boot, it might not fit in there. So, yeah. All right, let's see. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Ooh, there we go. Bernard Kelizek. Snowboarding is definitely not dead. Going to the Summer Glacier Resort that opens this weekend in Norway. They have limited tickets to 300 people. I think we're going to start seeing some resorts. I mean, Mount Baldy in California reopened. I think there's two in Norway, one in China, and is it Italy? I don't think it's Italy, but there's another one. There's another one, but yeah, we're going to start seeing resorts. I know Aspen's talking about it, but then there's like the limitations and stuff. If you guys haven't listened to the new podcast that Kevin and I put out in audio form, it is on angrysnowboarder.com. It's also on Podbean, I think Spotify, Google Play, and some other shit. On there, we kind of talk about it. I know Vail came out with their announcement that basically, depending on how many days you used it, your pass, you get a discount. If you used it more than 5 days, you still get 20% off towards the next year's pass. And they're giving you pass insurance in case the season gets canceled for free. So, yeah, you got a positive there. We got a super chat from Marco Figueroa. Someone tell TJ we don't take reviews from those who rock cardboard Adidas. Rest in peace, Adidas. They don't need to rest in peace. Fuck them. They're gone. Ooh, all right, you're going into the chance draw. So, yeah, where'd I put that pen? But yeah, Yeah, in case anyone doesn't know, Adidas is pulling the plug on snowboard boots for the 2021 season. Well, no, it'd be 2022, 21-22 season. They're going to do one more year of that, and then they're done. Kevin, I put up the podcast segment that Kevin and I recorded on March 14th about that. All right, let's see. We got Vanessa Tracy. Have a weird Matto meeting for work today. Sad I can't stay today's stickers. Fingers crossed. All right, well, let's get you a spin of the wheel, Vanessa, and see where we're at. Spin again. Yeah, that's not happening. That's not happening. All right, let's see. Let's see. Okay. Cameron Perry, real question. Is High Cascade something I should seriously consider if I want to progress in my riding, or should I save my money? If you want to go summer riding and be around people, it's good. It all comes down to who your coach is. I think Woodward is actually better if you're serious about trying to progress, because the way they do the on snow with the barn and the foam pit training and everything, I think it's a little more regimented and it's a little better. It's all in what you put into it. If you just want to go shred and not care, they're going to let you just go shred and not care. If you want to take it seriously and be like, hey, I want to do this trick today, this trick, this trick, this trick, then it's definitely more serious. Let's see. Okay. Let's see what else is going on here. Okay. DGMY, hey, I want to ask, is Burton Mystery Landlord worth the money? Thanks. Probably not. I mean, it's all relative towards what you want to do. If you think it's worth it, then yes, it's worth it. If you don't, it's not. All right. Josh Rush, I need a sticker. You need to spin on the wheel to get a sticker. Oh, you got a jumbo sticker pack, Josh. All right, Josh, email me info@angrysnowboarder.com with your mailing address, and I will get you a sticker pack in the mail. Just so everyone knows, I haven't sent out the sticker packs from last week. I just, life, head injuries, brain tumor probably, I don't know, whatever it is, tied me up. All right, Ivan Drago, spin the wheel, comrade. Oh, you get entered into the chance draw on Friday's live stream. Good for you, Mr. Drago. Good for you. Maybe one day you'll be able to beat Sylvester Stallone. Maybe one day. Okay. Okay, Drew Weisner, at your future snowboard-only hill, will you have ski patrol with sleds, or will it be snowboard side-slipping patrol with massive quads? Helicopters only, with giant claws. So it'll be like the claw game, and they just pick people up when they get injured. Just comes down and picks them up, and then just flies away, and then just throws them. They're dead, so it just throws them away. All right, okay. Let's see. Marco, another spin for Vanessa Tracy. All right, well, let's see what we got here. Sticker envelope. There we go. You want me to give that to Vanessa? I can give that to Vanessa. That's not a big deal. So, yeah. All right. Yeah, so hopefully everyone's doing okay as well. Throwing the offer out there. If anyone's struggling right now, can't get groceries or anything, let me know. I'll figure out a way to get groceries to you. You can always just email me and tell me you need some groceries, and I'll take care of you. So, yeah. Oh, let's see. What else we got going on here? Okay, let's see. Zev Eshian. Bindings to pair with the 2020 Slush Slasher. If you want to go super surfy, you go with the K2 Lean AT and you take the heel block out, and then you're going to get a lot more play in there, and you can kind of customize it with that. If not, you could do the K2 lineup, the Union Strata, the Union Contact Pro. Was it the Flux DS? Is it the DS? SF? Whatever the soft one is that's like $189 binding from Flux as well. That would be another one. If you did Rome, you probably want to go with like a DOD, maybe a 390 Boss. So, yeah, okay. All right, let's see. Okay, where are we? Okay, we'll go up here. One of the first questions from Switchflip. Hey man, how's your music going? I'm currently teaching myself CAD and building a FPV race drone. I actually been watching Dead Mouse's masterclass. It's interesting and learning stuff. I play around with things here and there. It still sounds like shit, and I'm not hitting the sounds I want. So I think I'm gonna have to buy a library of synthesizers or something. And I still trying to figure out a few things, a few other things, but eventually I'll get to the point where I can start making more music again for the intro for the audio podcast. Let's see. All right. Story 3333. Hey, Avran, good afternoon, sir. Thanks again on the recommendations. The katana bindings are awesome. I got the Inferno Rome boots, and they fit great. Great deals on your affiliate sites. Thank you. Okay, so that was like a PSA from that. Let's see. He follows that up with, can't wait for the Rome Party mod to drop. Does Underground ship boards? We'll try and order it from them. Underground Snowboards here in Breckenridge does ship snowboards. You might need to call them just to double check like that they're cool with it and whatnot. But yeah, I don't know if they're carrying the Party mod or not. And for anyone that's wondering, Rome discontinued the mod rocker a few years ago. Well, it's back for next year called the Party mod, and it comes in wide sizes. It's probably my number one board I'm looking forward to for next year. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Oh, got a real question from Josh Rush. Warpig 151 or 154? I'm 6'2", 175 pounds. I hear opposing opinions from different people. Get the 51. The 54 will be too much for you. I'll tell you that right now. Get the 51. I weigh more than you. I ride the 51. The 54 is going to be more bored than you think it is. So, make sure that you get that. All right, Josh, give you a spin of the wheel. Whew, you're going in the chance draw. All right. And remember, we will be doing the chance draw on Friday's show. So there'll be a couple prizes in there. I was going to do it last Friday, but obviously the internet decided to have its issues and be butthurt with me. So, Friday, anything that gets entered in the chance prize draw is going in. We're going to have a few different prizes. I'm actually going to dig through the archive of old merchandise that we discontinued because I know I still got some, and I think I'm going to put like 2 mystery packages together for that. So, yeah. All right. Okay, switch flip. Are the Malavitas good? Want to take advantage of my mom being a nurse? Yes, the Malavitas are solid. The only issue with the Malavita is if you look at the base tray, right where your heel goes, there's a little wing that hangs off the back of the binding. So it's on the tray. It comes out to a point. That point, if you torsionally flex a board when you land, so if you land and it twists a little bit, that point creates a pressure spot on the top sheet, and it can cause boards to delam. It can crack top sheets. It can do that. That's why I think the Cartel is actually slightly better than that because it doesn't have that little wing in there. Malavitas are prone to breaking boards. Yep. So, yeah. All right, let's see. Lindog 22. Usually this is the time of year when the support staff starts showing up and moving into condos in Govey. What do you think the odds of High Cascade Session 1 happening are? 10%? I think. Because what are we, like 3 weeks away from them opening? Is that what it is? 3-4 weeks? Right now I'm at 10%. If we get closer and restrictions get dropped, maybe I'd go up, but right now I'm not really, so not really optimistic about it. Tom T, buy the Prophet $10 for those John Carpenter songs. Not happening. You got a not happening on the wheel today. Not happening. Okay, story 3333. I weigh 150, 155. Was going to go with the party mod and a 53, or should I go with the 55? Thank you. Going back to work. I will watch later. Depends what you want. I would personally probably put you more towards the 53 because I'm probably going to get the 55. So, yeah. Okay. Let's see. Where were we? Okay. Let's see. Okay, Vincent Dew. Where was that? So we got an indoor survival and a Rome lo-fi from Warehouse One. Weird that they say that their winter affiliates are cut. Really? I wouldn't be surprised if they're cut. I think everyone's kind of cutting stuff. I was looking at that affiliate program. There was no notification that I was cut. But it's not making me money. I realize that. So I might just start saying fuck them and drop them. And that's just how it's going to be. I don't know. Everything's like kind of up in the air with the affiliate program and whatnot. Like I got different companies reaching out to me and commissions have been cut and stuff. So yeah. All right. Okay. All right. So we got a super chat from Ednan Fazlik. Hey, Avran, looking at the Endeavor board of directors, heard you say that the Durabases suck. Why is that? Also, the board is $249. Do you know if they've done any updates for the 21 season? I don't think the board of directors is the one that got an update for the next season. Something similar in the line did, but I don't think it was the board of directors. But don't quote me on that because I haven't looked at the catalog in a couple months. At $249, it's not bad. So the reason I don't like Durasurf bases it's when you get into the colored bases. The black is fine. The black is durable, but it's when you get into the colored bases that they use, they're not as strong. They tend to tear. So if you hit a rock, they don't just you don't just get like a small core shot. Like they tend to peel and tear, and you get like this weird tear effect. They're always weaker. They're never as strong as an Isosport base on there. The black is the most durable one that they have, which Endeavor does all black bases, so you should be fine with that. Let's give you a spin of the wheel there, bud. All right. Oh, lose a turn. Bummer. So, yeah. Okay. Let's see what's up. Switch flip. I heard you don't wax. I get why, but I swear I feel faster with wax. Okay. I've had people try to tell me that they can tell the difference between wax jobs that I've done for them when I worked in the shop. It's the same fucking wax that I put on there, whether I charged them $50 or $5. Doesn't fucking matter. The big thing is the structure in the base. If you brush the wax and actually put a topical structure into the wax, it will be faster for a lap or two. Why? Because it actually has grooves to break up the suction versus if you just straight wax it and scrape it and just leave it. That's it. Structure is the most important thing for speed in a board. You're breaking up that surface area and that suction that's going on there so that it actually glides over that layer of water that forms as you're riding. So, yeah. Okay. Let's see. I think we're caught up on that question. Okay. Kind of caught up on those. Let's see. Zeke316. Do you hate or love die cut bases? I hate them. I think they're pointless. Like, honestly, all bases should just be one piece of plastic. It's less seams that they can catch and you can pull them on. Or if you are going to do a die cut, do it way up on the nose or tail where it's not on the surface area where it's not going to fucking matter. But underfoot, just you don't want a die cut. All right. Let's see. I think we're catching up on those questions. Let's see. Okay, what do we got? Got a statement about the Malavita and Cartel from Bernard. Was the only difference between the two is the high backs and stiffness. Frame should be identical. No, the frame isn't because they come out of different molds. If you look at it, I know when I was looking at the Cartel and the Malavita, there is a difference right at the tail, right there. There's that wing point on the end of the Malavita. They come out of a different mold because they're injecting them at different times. So yeah. Okay, Tom T. Wasn't the K2 Slay Blade their version of the Mercury type quiver killer? So what happened there? It was not. It rode nothing like a Mercury at all. That would have been closer to the Black Snowboard of Death, is the way they did it. It was an over-engineered board that really wasn't for everyone. It essentially merged into the Joy Driver, and it's still there. But that board was an interesting ride. If you ever go back and look at the old reviews of it that I did, you can see that it was an interesting ride, but it wasn't for everyone. Okay. All right, let's see. Up Freak X. I didn't believe Angry when I first heard him say it, so I spent hours Googling and reading research papers on it. He's right. And unless you're racing, the wax is almost all gone after a lap. After having a very long discussion with a biomechanical engineer about it, and he explaining to me how things work, he dumbed it down to like just a total shop level for me. That was when I decided that waxing a board was just pointless and getting structure mattered. And then talking with various people that wax pro athletes stuff for like Olympics, X Games, and shit like that. They even said that they stopped hot waxing boards because their riders stopped. And when they did, their riders stopped breaking boards. There's something about that, even though it's not a lot of heat, it's just that it's applying it. It's weakening the epoxy after it's cured, so that it cracks. And I started noticing when I stopped waxing, I stopped decambering boards because I used to be notorious for decambering the tails on boards. And so when I stopped, I was like, wow, I'm not decambering these boards. They're lasting longer. They're having more snap. Instead of them dying at 30 to 50 days, they're dying at like 75 to 80 days in there. And I was like, wow, this is really it. And then, like I said, you take it in, you get a good structure, and you're fine. I mean, and I've had friends that are like, how are you still getting speed? And I was like, it's all in the structure. And I can take my finger and just rub it side to side and you hear that little zipper sound. And I was like, go over to their board and it's like nothing. And I'm like, there you go. It's not. So yeah. Let's see. Okay, caught up on that. Oh God, Synthedy, do you have any tips for structuring one's board at home? Unless you have a Montana, a Winter Steiger, or a Grindrite, you're not structuring your board at home. Go to the shop. Get in good with the shop. Bring them beer, and then they do it for beer. Like when I used to manage this one shop on Main Street here, I don't even drink, but I had 3 guys that were 21 that were raging party kids that were fucking hilarious employees too. So I would just tell them, I'd be like, here's the deal. We need a 50-50 ratio of beer tunes to real tunes for me to be happy. And so I was like, but you can pick what you want. Those guys always had fucking beer and were always able to party, and we were still making money in the tune shop. So the boss never caught on. But yeah, you can pretty much bribe any tune shop with beer. Okay, Johnny Starling. Hey, Avran, good call on the 151 Super Pig. Got a handful of days on it back in March. Great board. Thanks for all the good advice, dude. Love the Super Pig. Still working on today's top 5 list. Got a few different ones, but the big one that's taking up time is I want to do like the top 5 2-board quivers. And so it's like going through like 20 different boards to figure out how I want to pair them and how I would match them up to give you guys that. That's why, yeah. So I'm working on that. Let's see. Okay. Let's see. Vincent Du, Rosnell Juggernaut, was it among the ridden 2021 boards? Yes, it was. Holy fuck, that thing was stiff. It's one of the stiffest twins I've ridden in a long time. Like, it's essentially replacing the Angus, and it's basically a jibsaw heavy duty with a different side cut, and that board is fucking aggressive. All right. Rubo Eris, 1819 now IPO is Hangar 1.0. The 2020 IPO is Hangar 2.0. Any other differences between the years which would fit the 2020 K2 Macis better in the heel? It'll be the 2.0 Hangar. I'll fit that better in the heel. And there's a difference from the 1819 to the 2020. I think that's the one that has the different toe strap on it. I think that's the one where they tweak the toe strap. Truth prevails. This is a good PSA. I found this the other day too. Jean-Claude Van Damme has a home workout on YouTube, just in case Randy needs any more inspiration. If any of you need inspiration, we should all be coming out of this learning how to do the splits like Jean-Claude. Guy's like 75 and can still do a fucking split. So yeah. S2000 guy, how many days on a board typically before you get a base grind? I don't know. When I feel like it's catching a ton of snow from all the core shots and shit. It really depends. Like, oh fuck, I don't have it sitting right here. The Rome Warden that's usually sitting right there. I think that thing probably had 35 days on it by the time I stone ground it. My Tellus Backslash had like 80 days on it. My Endeavor Archetype, I did that. That one's like a gray area. It's somewhere between 50 and 75 days on it, and then it got a stone grind. But I also got a core shot like that alongside to fill it and try to flatten that base. So, all right. So, let's see. What else we got going on here? Switchflip, any brands besides the obvious you would like to see die? Well, I think we already know where I stand on that. I go back and forth. Like, the capitalist in me is like, fuck it. Let's just let some of these big brands die. Like, if Solomon pulls the plug on snowboards, oh well. No fucking loss there, Just sitting back, watching that. I mean, trying to think what else is out there. I mean, I could see something under the Nidecker brothers pulling the plug on something. I could see them like killing Lobster fully or just cannibalizing it into Battalion. I could see them probably just killing Flow entirely, even though it's just a binding and boot division, and just putting it into Nidecker 100%. So yeah, so I don't know. Okay, let's see what else going on. Up Freakx, are most of the differences in boards you notice noticeable to noobs? No. Oh my god, I deal with this one all the time. Someone that's been 20 times and is trying to tell me that I don't know the difference in how a board flexes and that I'm wrong because their personal experience with it is so different. And I'm like, you've ridden a rental board, a rental board, a rental board, a demo board, and then you bought a board. So 3 of those boards don't count. one of those boards you still didn't know what the fuck you were doing, and then you bought a low end beginner intermediate board, and you're going to try to tell me how things go. It's I get into that argument like, and I always just respond the same. I was like, well, that's why you're the fucking expert. You didn't spend years riding hundreds, if not thousands, of snowboards. Like at this point, it's probably tens of thousands actually, to figure out how everything rides and whatnot. And so I think most people that try to get hung up, it's like this guy. It reminds me of this guy going ballistic on me because he asked why his Never Summer Prototype 2 was hooky, and that if another board from Mervin, which had the C2X profile, it was very similar camber profile, would be hooky. And I tried to explain to him, I was like, what you're feeling is the camber zone being underfoot, and there's a flex point right inside. So you're hitting that when you try to pivot because you don't have the skills to load it up. And he went fucking ballistic, started sending me I think he sent me like 60 emails about how he was going to kill me and shit. And I didn't know what I was talking about. And I need to answer his fucking question the way he worded it. And I was like, it doesn't matter. It's not the board. It's the camber profile. And I was trying to explain that to him and he just wouldn't do it. And I see this shit and I'm just like, this is dumb. This is why I took that week off for burnout. In all honesty, I was just like, I got inundated with about 400 questions, not just in general, and like 50% were just some of the dumbest, most brain melting questions. So I was like, is this a real fucking question? And I was like, I'm taking a fucking week off. I can't deal with this. Okay, let's see. Ooh. Tom T with a killer super chat. Models that should be the chosen rental boards. Oh, you're going in the chance draw for Friday, bud. So honestly, I think if I had to pick like some of my favorite boards to be rental boards that would be good, here's what I would go with, which this already is. So there's the Jibsaw. There's a downgraded Jibsaw from Rosenthal that's in their rental division. I would do that. That's fine. Like that's great. I would do a K2 ray gun and a ray gun pop. That way you got a flat rocker and a camber in there. I think like a Solomon Pulse, a Nidecker Merc, pretty much any of those would be really solid to be rental boards. You know, all you do is put lower end base, put a lower end top sheet on it, maybe put more tip fill in the tip and tail, just make them a little more burlier. And I think that they would be absolutely fucking perfect boards for rental. And it's one of those things like people could get on it. And if they actually do choose to progress it, it wouldn't be like this fucking horrible board that doesn't actually do anything. So yeah. All right. Let's see. Okay. All right. Chris W. Captain Mercury or Niche Maelstrom for all mountain. If we're going all mountain freestyle, that's the Mercury. If we're going all mountain free ride, it's the Maelstrom. They're really sitting in the all mountain category by name, but when you go and look at it, one's an all mountain freestyle, one's an all mountain free ride. They're both fucking killer boards. I mean, if you have to choose one board to do like everything and it's a little bit of everything, it's going to be the Mercury hands down, every time. Okay. Citizen of Nuketown. Hey, Avran. I'm looking to get new all-mountain free-ride bindings. Burton Cartels or Rome Katana. I'm replacing older Malavitas. I'm open to other suggestions, too. So I wouldn't go with Cartels if you're looking for more free-ride. Bump yourself up to at least a Genesis or get, the Freebase as well. For Rome, Katana's good. Targa will be a little bit better. You could go with, let's see. K2 you could put like a lean AT on there, leave the heel block in if you want it stiffer. If you're still looking for like the surfer, it gives you a little more customization. Otherwise, a formula could even fill that void. If you do now, I would go with like a brigade or a drive, maybe, or you could go look at like a Jones, like a Mercury or an Apollo as well from that. Let's see. So I think you got a few options there. Okay. Taro Peterson. Hi, Avran. Is it possible to buy a true twin park board to start riding the park but still be good at carving and all mountain? I would be a total noob when it comes to park, intermediate for the rest. Yes, you can get that. I mean, that's fine. Honestly, for what you're describing, this is what I would do, man. Save the fucking money. Go buy a Rome Warden. They're for sale for like $200 on Evo right now. It's soft and playful where it counts. You can still rail a fucking turn if you need to with it. You're going to be able to progress with it. It's basically a poor man's Alec agent. And if that's not your cup of tea, just go get a Rome agent. You'll thank me for it. Like right there. That's what you need, and you're good. Got you. All right. Jorge Morales, Mount Bachelor on Icon starting next year. Think it's worth a visit? I've never been to Bachelor. I've driven by there, but I've never stopped to ride there. But one of my good friends, Dan, lived there for a year and a half or 2 years. And he's like, dude, that place is fucking phenomenal when it gets hit right, especially in the spring because when they open the top, so you got a 360 degree because it's on top of the volcano on it. He's like, but the way the wind lips form and shit, I mean, if you're cool with heavy wet pow, go for it. I'm kind of excited that they added that to the Icon Pass. I'm also kind of excited at the amount of people that are butthurt right now with season passes still. And they're like, I'm going to Epic. And I'm over here like, less people in the lift lines. So, yeah. All right. Let's see. Okay. Okay, let's see. Titty Sprinkles, did you eat lunch yet? More charcuterie? No, I took advantage of this deal at Pizza Hut yesterday, and I bought 6 pizzas for $40, and then went around and was the pizza fairy, dropping it off to essential workers and stuff yesterday. So I dropped some off to the local market, the liquor store, dropped some off to the deli manager at the local market and her family. So, yeah, so I'm kind of like pizza and cheesed out right now. I think all I want to do is just eat vegetables. Yeah, okay. Joel Altavia. I don't hear much talk about Arbor boards and bindings. Is that a quality board and binding brand? The boards are super quality. I just haven't been on some stuff in a while, but I just to put it into perspective for you, I've owned 7 Arbor Westmark rockers in my lifetime, if you count it when it was the blacklist. So, their bindings, I like their bindings. The issue with their bindings is because they have a machine that tightens the heel cup screws. It's over-tightening them in the factory level, and so when people go to loosen them, they're stripping them out, and it's just become like this notorious issue because the binding itself is super solid. Unfortunately, it's a manufacturing issue, and they still haven't addressed it after 3 years, and I'm like, oh, man, not fun. Not fun. So, yeah. Let's see. Greg Bodfish, got to make some fairy wings out of pizza boxes to wear on the next run. I've been trying to make a Leonardo da Vinci machine to fly off my roof. I don't think it's going to work. Ivan Drago, what are your thoughts on Arbor's uprise fenders on hard snow? So it's only like a 3 millimeter rise out at the contact point, so it's a loose bevel. I mean, unless you're on like straight boilerplate ice where you can see your reflection, they're going to grip. They still grip. It just takes a little bit. You're talking like nanoseconds to lay it on edge. Most people won't even know it. So, yeah. Let's see. Okay. Synthety Pizza Claus. I don't even know what the fuck I am anymore. Like I said, if anyone watching this is struggling to get groceries, reach out to me. I have money set aside to help the snowboarders of the internet get groceries. I know our local food bank got like almost double what they ever did in their biggest day ever for donations. So I'm trying to figure out how to donate some food to them. So I might have to go to the grocery store and buy like $500 of mac and cheese and ramen because, you know, there's probably snowboard bums going through ramen withdrawal out there right now. But yeah, basically, I am always trying to do stuff for people one way or another. I just don't like people knowing about my full-on rapist endeavors. I mean, philanthropic endeavors. Sorry, I'm not Charlie Day. I'm not a full-on rapist. But yeah, basically, that's what I'm doing. Also, I think maybe for the mystery prize on Friday, one of them might be win a pizza. And I'll just, if I can find like a place that delivers locally to you, I'll just call and order a pizza and have it delivered. I don't know. It's kind of like an idea I've had. I don't know. My brother's resorted to doing dial-a-shot with people where he just calls people up and gets drunk. He's like, hey, you have to do a shot right now. So I'm like doing dial-a-pizza. Oh, yeah. Okay. Okay, let's see. Truth prevails. Powder Corp is jumping on the icon. Did they do that for Copper? Yeah, no. Copper was one of the first places on the icon. So Powder Corp is actually, I believe they're financially invested by KSL Partners, which is the investment division of Altera. Like, if you actually backtrack, there's one press release that came out one time, and it mentioned all the people that were financially involved, like the company that was financially involved in getting the Icon Pass. And everyone's like, oh, it's Altera. And I was like, Altera is just a front for this investment company. And if you like actually track everything back, and here's the thing that like most people don't actually know about Icon Pass, the company KSL Partners and stuff, if you go and look at their investments for resorts in the Caribbean, they own almost the whole Caribbean. Like, I mean, I think they got like 300 different resorts. So getting into the snow thing, it's not even like their big money draw. It's crazy when you start really looking into it and digging deep. So yeah. Let's see. Seth B. Aspen with the PSA. Niche Maelstrom was just delivered. Niche is doing 50% off until Friday with the code EarthDay2020. Also, for any of you guys that value print media, Curator Publishing is doing 25% off for you guys if you use the code ANGRY25. They're having some shipping issues. I don't think they can ship to Canada right now or New Zealand. But if you did want a beautiful coffee table book, definitely use the code ANGRY25 for Curator Publishing. So that'll get you that with a discount. Okay. All right, Ryan, how much better can bindings get? Burton has a performer program 50% off for healthcare workers. Would like to load up on bindings so I don't have to buy any for the next 5+ seasons. It's going to be like, it's always incremental. The big thing is if you're buying stuff to sit for 5 years, you got to understand that the nylon that they use in there can dry out in the binding and it can crack. So if you store it anywhere with heat or anything like that, it can dry it out and it can crack from old age. It's just like those old ski boots that just blow apart. So you got to understand that. I personally, I wouldn't load up on like 5-10 pairs, but I'd be like, you know, what I would do if you got 3 snowboards and you're sick of switching bindings, buy the exact same binding and put it on all 3 and just run them into the ground. I usually upgrade my bindings like every 3 years. I do that 4 years, but I also ride like 100 days a year. So by then every binding has 100 days on it. So I feel like I got my money's use out of it. And then I usually just donate to Shred Foundation where it'll get like 1 or 2 years with the kids and then they'll destroy it. So yeah, there's that. Okay. Okay. Oh, Dweezy, should snow carnies reconsider moving to resorts for the 2020-2021 winter? Here's what I'm going to do. I want to put a video out, like a PSA to all these kids, because it's going to be weird. They're going to have a hiring crisis on their hands, and especially with how they treated people. So what I want to do is tell people, if you're going to go work for a mountain, like a Destination, Vail, Altera, wherever, one of the big places, make sure when you call them for employment, you get everything in writing. And you want to make sure that in the event of COVID 2.0, you want it in writing that even that they will pay you for it, or they will pay you for at least 2 weeks of lost wages. Get it in writing. And they will not give you a 9-day notice to vacate. Be like, no, you're going to give me 60 days to vacate, to figure shit out. And it's one of those things where, and the other thing is the wages. If they promise you a wage, you need to get that in writing, because when I worked at Stevens Pass, they promised me I'd be making like $14 an hour. And I was like, oh, sweet, that's a good amount of money. My first check came and it was fucking minimum wage. I went in the office and was like, yo, what the fuck is this? And they're like, oh, you have to do this. And I was like, yo, you told me you were paying me this wage. Well, that's after you. And I was like, you never told me that. I quit. And they're like, you can't quit. It's Christmas. And I was like, I can quit. I can do anything I fucking want. Goodbye. And fucking walked out. Only time I've ever done something like that where I was just like, fuck it, I'm out. So anyone working for the mountain, get everything in writing. Ask for a higher wage. Just slap them right in the face and be like, you want me here. I know you're hurting. I'll be like, I can guarantee you I will start on this date and I will finish on this date, but you need to pay me X an hour. And be like, and I'd ask for an end of the season bonus. I'd be like, I want a $300, $500, whatever bonus if I make it to the end of the season. And get everything in writing. Just get everything 100% in writing. And that way you're going to be better off for taking care of yourself. All right, Jack Ripper, Satan loves you. 666 with a super chat. All right, Jack, you know the deal. You got a sticker. So, all right. No, yeah. Let's see. All right. Let's see. All right. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Water bottle. Does the new curator book feature less grammatical errors than the first? I didn't notice any in my first one, but I didn't really look too hard. So there's probably some in there. I don't know. You can find grammatical errors in just about anything if you really look at it. Maybe more people need to use Grammarly. Maybe Grammarly needs to sponsor us so that I can do PSAs about Grammarly. I'm not getting paid to promote Grammarly. This is bullshit. Michael Kulig, Avran, any reason they're still producing stitched ankle straps? Seems the injection molded are better and would be cheaper to produce. So, yes and no, it would be cheaper to produce. I think you have to upscale your production to get to that level. And in the meantime, you still have this production facility that's sitting there and these people can stitch it. So as everything's going back up, you can get there and it'll do it. Personally, I actually like stitch straps because they do break in, and I love that break in because then it just contours better versus like that injection pretty much stays the same. There's like no little give or anything to it. So there's that. Ivan Drago with another super chat with a PSA. RIP to Apollo Creed. Don't worry, you still got Adonis. Oh, you're going into the chance draw again, bud. So there you go. All right. Okay. And just so everyone knows, we are doing the snowboarding super chat Wheel of Misfortune. There's jumbo sticker packs on there, stickers, sticker envelope, chance to be entered into the mystery prize draw. One of the prizes is a year of masterclass fully unlimited. So if that's something you're interested in, I mean, just putting that out there. You got all the classes on there because I signed up for it and got buy one, get one the other day. So I wanted to give that to someone that really wants it. If no one wants it, I'll just give it to a friend or something. But yeah, so that's on there. I'm going to go through later today through all the back stock of old merchandise that didn't sell and pull out a couple choice pieces that the world hasn't seen for a couple years, and those will be offered as well. Yeah. Also, we're working on a new wheel for you guys, and big wheel, and we're going to do something cool when that gets finished. Okay. Okay, let's see. Prize Fighter, hangry, have some Solomon Dialogue, Burton, Kendo, and Adidas Tactical Boots I'm trying out right now. Thoughts on which company makes the better boot construction longevity-wise? There's a lot of factors that come into that, but I would probably go with the Solomon and the Burton over the ADV Tactical. In there, on top of the fact Adidas is pulling out of snowboarding, so fuck them, who cares? Yeah, it really comes down, but the best boot is the one that fits your foot and fits your needs. All right. The haha 111 with a sticker. Whew, you're going in the chance draw, bud. All right, put you in there too. So yeah. All right, and remember, Friday we'll be at the end of the live stream on Friday. We will be pulling the chance draw. In the event that the internet craps out on Friday, I'll just make a separate video with it and put it up for that. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Water bottle. Is Randy okay if he's almost out of trucker speed? I can try to send him some. Randy lives on the I-70 corridor. What are you worried about? I mean, he just has to just walk out on the highway and just be like, look at me. They just roll by and throw trucker speed at him. It's amazing. All right, we got Marco Purchase. What's the spin of the wheel? Spin again, bud. Spin again. All right. Mystery prize chance draw. All right, you're going in, Marco. So there we go. Got that. All right. Let's see. Also, is everyone doing okay mentally? Like no one's getting suicidal or anything on me. So hopefully no one's getting suicidal. That'd be really sad. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Let's see what else we got going on here. Ooh, Truth Prevails. Can you make the big wheel hypnotize people too? I mean, probably. There you go. Start doing hypno snowboard porn on fucking angry live streams, just hypnotizing all you people. It'll be funny. All right. Okay. And following up with the prize packs, Truth Prevails asks, how do you like those master classes? Are they worth it? I've done Krugman's class on economics, and a lot of stuff I kind of knew, but there was like things that had opened up, and I was like, fuck, yeah, that was awesome. Dead Mouses has been really interesting on, it's less on electronic music and more on how to use a DAW, which is really cool. I'm going to take David Lynch's next and then probably Ron Howard's. But the level of classes that they offer, I mean, you sit down and you'll be like an hour in and you're like, oh my God, I went through like five segments of the class. And you're like, this is fucking awesome. All right, S2000 guy. Hiya! Throat punch. I'm going to give you another spin because it's close to being on the line. Throat punches are not happening today. So, yeah. Jack Ripper, you need to get an angry sticker on Buckhouse's car. I'm not going near that thing. I'll probably fucking come down with the Rona. Jesus Christ, that kid doesn't stay home to save his fucking life. Okay. As 2000 guy, how common is it for someone to own a traditional board, i.e. train record, then get a volume shift, i.e. party platter, and kind of not ride the traditional board for a season or two or three? It happens. It all depends on how much you ride. Like, you got to look at it as owning multiple hammers. Like, everyone's like, oh, a hammer all does the same thing. And I was like, okay, go remove a nail with a ball peen hammer. Oh, that's not happening. Now go remove it with your mallet. Oh, that's not happening. Same thing. That's the way you look at it. It's different tools for different things. I mean, Believe me, if I had my way, I'd probably just buy a fucking Super Pig and that'd be the only thing I'd ride. I mean, I ride my Tellus Backslash a lot more. I'd ride my Cool Bean surprisingly more as a park board than I do on a powder day. It really comes down to the person and what's going on and how they do everything. So, yeah. Okay, let's see. All right. Okay. Let's see, where were we? Okay, let's see. Switch flip. Hey, Avran, what's the most pain you ever been in snowboarding? Me, it was when I 50-50 to down rail, landed on my kneecap somehow. Thought I shattered it and still have a bruise 2 months later. Oh, you got a bone contusion, bud. Most pain ever was February 25th, 2002. I ripped my spleen end to end. If you've ever ripped an organ and been awake when it happens and know that you ripped an organ and thought you were dying, then you experience pain. So, yeah. They say childbirth was close to the amount of pain that I felt. So, women are trying to catch up to me. All right, let's see. Caught up there. Okay. All right. I think we're kind of catching up on questions. So if you guys got more questions, get them over in the chat box or drop them down below if you're on mobile. And I will definitely try to answer them. I figured Kevin was going to pop in today, but I guess he's busy doing shit, doing Kevin things. So who knows? Yeah, so we got the new audio podcast we put up Monday, and I'm going to just start dropping the rest of the podcast segments from the previous podcast, which I think there's only like 3 or 4 more. And then I'm going to be dropping all the stuff from the new one. And we're filming the 2021 product preview podcasts. We're doing them by segments. So you're going to get a board podcast, a binding podcast, a boot podcast, an accessory podcast, and maybe an outerwear podcast. I'm not really sure. I don't really yeah. So there's that. Ian the Welshman towards the Rona Snack Fund. Dude, I've got a lot of snacks. Spin again. All right. Whew. Ian, you want a jumbo sticker pack? You know the drill. Email me info@angrysnowboarder with your address, and I will get that in the mail to you. So, unfortunately, I didn't get last Friday's stuff out. Migraine got hold of me, but I did get stamps and everything. So I'm going to get everything in the mail into that. All right, Chico Derguch, here's a bit of money you talked me out of spending on deck hoarding. Yeah, you were literally going to buy a board that just overlapped what you had. All right, spin of the wheel. Oh, Chico, you just won a jumbo sticker pack. Email me your address, info@angrysnowboarder, and I will get that in the mail. And there will be new colorways in this jumbo sticker pack. So I gotta finish putting the cover sheet on the stickers and cutting them and stuff, but there will be new colorways for everyone. So yeah. All right. Okay, UpFreakX. What should I work on to be able to make a few turns in a super pipe with the goal of being able to get to the lip? The big thing is all about momentum and speed. So most people, when they drop in, if this is the deck, they go like this. They go and they flap up. What you got to learn is to jump about this far, somewhere between here. When you come up, you want to be on your toe edge when you drop in, and you want to be able to pop in and land into the transition. And when you come into the transition, you want to make sure that you pump off the tail, and as you hit the middle, you want to be on your toe or heel edge. Preferably, I like to drop in on my heel side wall and then pump and get onto my toe side edge. And as you start to hit the transition, you want to go back onto the flat bottom and go up and pump. Now, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to jump. You're going to want to ollie, and that's going to push you back. You're going to pop back in. What you want to do is let go with gravity and let the force and the momentum carry you up the wall and let it pop you then. And when you do that, remember, look over your front shoulder and look down the wall. That's going to bring you around. Don't throw your body, just look down. You're going to do it. You're always doing a 180 when you hit a half pipe naturally. You're going to go up and you're going to come back down. The only way you're not is if you're doing an air to fakie. So you want to make sure you look over your shoulder, look down, and go. And you're going to want to land a little bit high on the transition, almost on the flat wall, because you want to be able to pump back through that transition, get on your heel side, edge, all the way across, flat base it, going up the wall, pop, and repeat. Sorry, that's the Rona talking. So, yeah. Sorry, got the Rona sneezes. So, yeah, hopefully that helps you. If you can get into a mini pipe first or a quarter pipe, that's the best way to practice it. Even a hip, get used to like landing into that transition and pushing off your tail, and that will really, really help you. Super pipe is going to be super crazy intimidating, and even if you do get out, or even if your lower body is below the lip, your head's going to be above it. You're going to feel like, especially when you look over, you're going to see that you got 18 plus feet below you. That's going to be really intimidating. Don't freak out. Remember, if you do fall in the half pipe, just go flat, because you're going to fall into the transition and slide out. It's actually probably one of the best things to fall in, because you're not coming down and just straight slamming. You can actually slide it back out. So, yeah. Okay. All right. Okay, Ethan Walter, Signal Wow or Rome Powder Division Moontail for riding Ice Coast tight trees and trips out west. The Signal Wow is so torsionally stiff, it's not good in tight trees. You're better off with that Rome Powder Division. If you did want to go with Signal, go with a Yup over the Wow. All right. All right, let's see. Okay. The Haha 111, do you think we will be seeing more pop-up Peace Parks? At the Alterra, the Icon resorts, yes, because it's specific to Woodward. Peace Park has a deal with Woodward, which means they have a deal with Icon, so you're going to see it. So Bachelor, Borealis, Mount Snow, no, not Mount Snow, Killington, Copper. I think they were supposed to do one at Winter Park, and I know that they did one. I think they did one, or they were trying to do one at Eldora. So, yeah. All right. Jeremy Stig, I've never ridden a good pipe in my life. That's not what he said. All right. Let's see. What else? Michael Kulig, best things to practice to work up to tame dogs. That's all just a flip off the nose. So what you need to work on is nose butters and nose rolls. And if you can Miller flip, so what you want to do, it'd come off your nose. So what you want to do is be able to come down like this. I'm goofy, so just right hand forward, superior foot. So what you want to do is be able to come down like this and basically plant it and grab the board as you're swinging around. You can do it, or you can just at least come down and kind of grab indie and just sort of handspring it off there too. So yeah. So there's that. Okay. Tom T. Avran, do you really dare ride the half pipe after all those injuries? Worth it? Fuck yeah, I still ride the half pipe, dude. Fuck. The last day I rode, I still went into the mini pipe and still boosted like a 4-foot air and nearly shit myself because I landed on an ice boulder. I mean, dude, we're all gonna die. Like, that's the thing. And injuries suck. And I try to be a little more cautious with it, but I'm not gonna sit around and be fucking afraid to do things that I know I can do. Like, I still want to be 70 years old and fucking boost an air in the half pipe. You know? And the other thing is, half pipes are literally the safest thing to fucking fall in versus falling out of the sky on a 30-foot jump. Like, I can just set it down and slide out on the transition. You know, it's versus doing anything else. So, yeah. Let's see. Where were we? You guys are really hung up on this fucking half pipe thing. All right. Truth prevailed. Holographic stickers, glitter, a Lisa Frank style tribute sticker pack. Sticker packs are harder to do. I've been trying to do it. I do have a holographic sticker. We gave those away for members of Angry Snowboarder VIP. I am not fucking with glitter. That is goddamn stripper dust. And you could not get that shit out of you. Someone put glitter inside my fucking car. And there's still like 4 little specks that float around that I've not been able to clean out. And every now and then I just see it out of the corner of my eye. I was like, what the fuck is that? It's goddamn stripper dust. It's fucking awful. That's why you don't date strippers. You get that shit on everything. It's fucking awful. I mean, who really cares about their daddy issues or the fact that their soul is dead? It's the goddamn glitter on everything that's worse. It's worse than like fucking having a dog that's always shedding. Ugh. Ugh. At least you can shave the dog. You shave the stripper. That fucking glitter still sticks. Sticks even worse to her head. It's fucking awful. Okay. Let's see. DGMY, how big a difference is it between Oakley Prism and other lenses? Is Prism as good as they say? If you're in the right conditions, Prism is solid. It's not the end-all be-all. I have a set of Prisms. I like them in low light. I can, if the sun comes out, I'm not as squinty. They're not the end-all be-all to it. Kevin actually talks about this in the new podcast. You'll see a segment because someone asked us, brands that we hate but have a product we love, and he's like, he basically went on this tangent about how he fucking hates Prism. Kevin is also colorblind, so he has no clue what the fuck he's looking at half the time. I was like, what color is that, Kevin? I don't know. He just says something, and you're like, that is so wrong. So wrong. So yeah. All right. Anyways, yeah. Okay. Where were we? Seth B. Aspen, have you ever been to Jackson's Hole? I have been in Jackson's Hole. Would you do Corbett's Couloir? Would you air off the lip? It depends on the day. If the snow is good and I'm feeling it and my knees aren't bothering me, yeah, I would probably do it. If it hasn't snowed in a while and it's crusty, there's no fucking way I'm doing it. It all comes, I take it day by day when I do stuff like that, because there's some days I'll send something and some days I'm like, I'm just going to ride off and slow drop it. It's kind of like King's Cornice at A Basin. When it's really built up and the conditions are right, I will fucking send that thing to the moon. And then there's times when there's like, I'm like, it's still good, but I'm like, I'm just not feeling it. And I'll just sort of like roll the edge and whatnot. Really comes up to the kind of the day. Switch flip manual, better than an automatic. Changed my mind. Better buy those fucking collector's items because manual transmissions are going the way of the dinosaur. So, all right. I love manual transmission cars too. I'm happy my Volvo's got Geartronic. At least then I can control it. But I wish it fucking had a clutch. I'd probably roll it though. Okay. Switch flip. My local hill just got its first real jumps. Within the week, one of our park crew is doing dubs without ever being on jumps. And he's never hurt himself. And he has no aerial control. Or he's a wakeboarder. Wait till he fucking hits something that's icy and fucking eats shit on it. He'll learn really quick. Okay. Yeah. All right. All right. Let's see. Anything else? All right, guys. We've been here in over an hour. If you got questions, make sure you get them over in that chat box there or down below if you are on mobile. We still have some prize packs and other prizes on the Snowboarding Super Chat wheel. So if you want that, Super Chat, you get a win. We will be doing any of the chance draw prizes on Friday's episode. So there is that as well. Projects that we got coming on. I'm going to finally finish that goggle project I've been working on with the Amazon goggles. That's one. And the Explain series is going to be coming back in force. I'm actually trying to get a few props for some stuff just so I can show people things. And I got to email Evo and see when we're going to get, or if we can get some stuff. So yeah. Jeremy Stig, did you go hiking once during the lockdown? No, I didn't. You want to know why? Because I'm a fucking responsible adult. And I knew if I was out there telling people, hey, you can go do this, everyone else would, and this is going to take fucking longer. You want freedom? You got responsibility. The responsibility is doing what needs to be fucking done. My grandparents got called to fucking World War II. My great-grandmother got Spanish flu. So I've been around people that have seen some shit, so I'm doing the responsible thing, so I didn't hike. I poached hot tubs. Lots of hot tubs. Ian the Welshman, take my money, take it. I need the merch. You always need the merch. We always need that. All right, Ian, you're getting entered in the mystery prize draw. So there you go. There you go. But yeah. Believe me, if I wanted to go hike, I would have. I could have. I probably still could. I'm being responsible, though, because I also know that if I get hurt, that's a strain on our medical resources. We only have 35 beds in this whole county. And last time I checked, they were getting used. So I want to be... Okay, so yeah. All right, okay. Water bottle. Randy versus Chad in a cage match. Who's got the win? Well, Randy's actually, got opposable thumbs. And he's probably a descendant of a primate. Well, Chad was probably made at a mannequin factory in New Jersey in the 1980s. So, money's going to Randy. He's going to take his arm off and Genghis Khan him at the fucking end of Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure in the mall. Okay. Okay. Takala, Lucian, where can I find the latest podcast on SoundCloud? I found the old ones. Maybe someone can drop into the chat some indications there. So the new one is up on angrysnowboarder.com. They're up on Podbean, Spotify, Google Play. I think they're on iTunes again. I've given up with that thing. Yeah. All right. Dweezy, is Bluebird Wax done for good or just taking time off? Never count Bluebird out. They might disappear for 10 years and then they'll just randomly come back out of the blue. So, no, they're probably just taking some time off. All right. X-Pantera 13, if one day you want to ride the Alps, let me know. I got you covered. I appreciate that. I don't see it happening anytime soon. All right, you got your name into the chance draw on that, so I'm going to fill that out and put that in there for Friday's draw. So, yeah. Stefan Sandstrom, as a European, never been to the U.S. for snowboarding, where should I go first? Big thing's going to come down to snowfall. But if you're looking for the true touristy thing, Colorado's usually the go-to because it's easy to fly into DIA and then be at the mountains within an hour or two. Personally, I would go to Aspen. That would be my take. Actually, fly to Aspen, go to Aspen, less crowds, good Colorado snowfall. You got 4 mountains to choose from. That would be it. Otherwise, you could always do Utah, fly to Salt Lake. You got the canyons in there, so you can choose where you want to go, whether Solitude, Brighton, or up to Park City, or go drive north up to Powder Mountain. Yeah, so there's that. Michael Kulig, DC outerwear, any good? Tend to stick to 686, but DC has a shell anorak I was looking at picking up. Their stuff is about on par with 686. It's when you get to the 8,000 or less rated stuff, they start to cut corners on the seams. So just be prepared for that. Okay. All right. Ooh, Vincent Dew. Slim Whitman versus Alan Russell would be a more entertaining. My money's 100% on Allen. He's killed people with his bare hands. You think he's joking when he talks about skinning Kevin? There's not a doubt in my mind that he's literally skinned someone. So, yeah. Right. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, I think we're kind of caught up. Questions up there, down here. Okay, what am I going to do the rest of the day? I have to organize all of the fucking old merchandise and catalog it. And I'm going to try to box up mystery boxes to put on angrysnowboarderstore.com next month. It's not going to be a 48-hour sale. I'm just putting boxes of stuff up and based on prices and what I think. And basically, they're mystery boxes. If you're an extra large, you order the extra large box. It's all extra large items. If you're small, you order the small box. And I've just got to catalog how many I'm going to put in there and what I'm going to charge per. So those are going to go up there. But there's a bunch of hoodies. I found some stuff that I haven't seen in like 3 years. It's still in the wrapper. And I was like, oh, shit, I thought we sold out of this. But yeah, I think there might even be some coaches' jackets in there. I know there's some varsity hoodies. So I'm going to catalog that. I'm going to edit. I got to film. I still have to film tonight a top 5 for you guys and edit that. I haven't finished the list on that. Been slacking the last 2 days because I got that super migraine for 16 hours. And I felt like I've been hungover for the last 3 days. So I'm just kind of, just dealing with that right now. So we'll get that done. Let's see. Dweezy, Pizza Hut, hand tossed or pan style? Always get the fucking pan style. It takes it back to the Book It program in the 80s, man. It's the best. Plus, they get more sauce when you get the fucking pan style. People forget that. Hand tossed are thinner. So, yeah. All right. Johnny Starlin Haven. I know you mentioned Cypress and Graz, Vancouver on your area of places to ride. Not sure if I'd bother hitting them up unless you just plan on sticking around Van anyways. The reason I was going to hit them is there's companies there that I was going to go and talk to and do some stuff. So I was going to go see like Rob at Wired. I was going to go see Max and those guys over at Endeavor. And then I was going to drive up to Squamish and go see Jason Braz at Known. So like I was going to be in the area. So there's a reason I would be hitting those. It's not like those were going to be just straight destination. They're on the fucking way. All right, Sam Bradbury. What up, Avran from the Middle East? Still catching the show, even though deployed. Hey, you can still go sandboarding, man. You got sandboarding over there. Do it. All right. Jack Ripper. Best Rome board for medium jumps, jib, butter press, but still rip with carve. Does exist. Rome Agent. Right there. Rome Agent. Yep. Taro Peterson. I want to buy the Rome Agent, as you suggest. I'm 180 pounds, 5'11", 9.5 US boot, 155 wide, 157, and 158 wide, all about the same weight range. Confused. 57 for me. Honestly, just go get the regular 55, not the 55 wide. I think there's a 55, regular 55. That's what I would put you on for what you're looking for. Okay. Let's see. Switch flip. Do you feel like Red Bull doesn't care about snowboarding? Red Bull doesn't care about shit but making money. You should realize this. They're an energy drink company that is now a media brand. They make all their money off fucking gas stations and bars selling Red Bull. That's where they make their fucking money. Piddling that piss. All right? And there you go. They're peddling the piss. They got that. Like, they just throw money at marketing initiatives and that's it. Like, they don't give a fuck as long as the return on investment's there. I mean, they make more money off fucking Formula One, soccer, fucking, than they do snowboarding. I'm pretty sure, like, the gas station here makes them more money than they fucking make off snowboarding. So, yeah. Let's see. Okay. Okay. PSA from Michael Kulig. For anyone wanting to get in some cardio, Les Mills has their body combat classes on YouTube for free. Kickboxing, karate, Muay Thai, and farting workout. Yes, farting workouts. All right. Let's see. I think we're kind of good on those questions. Let's see. Okay, yep. I think we're kind of caught up on those. So, yeah, once again, if you guys got questions, drop them in the chat. I will definitely try to answer them. And I think we're going to go for a few more minutes here, maybe at least 10 more, do an hour and a half today, save myself for Friday's live stream. Ian the Welshman, how's Bruce doing with his truck? He got a fucking rental car that is so small he has to like recline the seat to climb into it to get in to hit the pedals. It's fucking hilarious. So he's solid. Talked to him the other day. I think he's just figuring out some shit. So Brucey's good. We are donating money to Brucey, although he's being stubborn and saying he's not taking it. So it's probably going to the food pantry. So either way, the money's going somewhere. Okay, let's see. Sam Bradbury, I've been looking at Nidecker boards, especially the Era, but I can't find any info or reviews. What's your advice on Nidecker board? There's like 20-something Nidecker reviews on the Nidecker review playlist in the Snowboard review playlist. The Era is essentially just a mid-level parkboard. It's fucking phenomenal. I haven't been able to get on the new one because all my reviews are of the Flow Era, but that's one of the boards from Flow that got merged into Nidecker, and all they did was tweak the camber profile. I mean, I owned two of them at one point. So 1, 2, can't remember. It's a phenomenal board for what it is. All right. Okay, Brian Shea, best way to store boards for the summer. Live in northern Vermont. Buttloads of humidity, but never crazy hot. Take your bindings off, wipe down under the bindings, wipe down the insert pack, throw them in the board bag after they're dry, zip the board bag up, throw it under your bed, and forget about it. Billy Wynn, looking at a wired Vantage, 5'9", 180, no park. Is 162 large? No, because you're not doing any park, and you're looking at the Vantage. That is the perfect size for just going out and ripping free ride, so you're good. Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's see. Okay. Water bottle. How do you think smoking is going to come out of this? Not sure how much I should market myself if I can end up working there again this summer. Did he even ship boards this year? Like, I'm hearing all sorts of weird, fucked up horror stories. I don't even know. I think he just wants to ride his boat around. So, yeah. Okay. All right. Anyways, yeah, I think we're going to end this real soon. If you want to get in on the Super Chat wheel, now's the time to do that. We'll give it a couple more spins. Yeah. So if you want to do that, we'll probably kill this out at, I don't know, 2:30. So you got about 7 minutes left on that. We'll be back Friday, 1 p.m. again for another live stream. So we got about 7 more minutes. So if you got questions, get them over there. I'll answer that for you. If you want to get in on the Super Chat, Wheel of Misfortune, you know what to do. Let's see. I think I'm kind of caught up on questions. So, yeah. Right there. Yeah, you guys stay sane. There will be a top 5 coming. If it doesn't drop later tonight, I'll just drop it tomorrow morning. Get that out of the way. But you're also going to get podcast segments from Kevin and I doing that stuff. And then I got to film a bunch of other projects in the next week. So work on some stuff. Yeah. Just so everyone knows, Friday, end of the live stream, we will be pulling names for the mystery prizes that we're giving away. So we'll do that on Friday, go from there. And yeah, that's kind of how we do it. Okay, switch flip. I got a shop that I can work at starting in August, but I only work 2 days a week. I hate the McDonald's, but I'm working 20 hours and making bank. Got no time. Should I work there? Not making much. Is it fun? It depends what you want to do. If you want to work in the snowboard industry, always work in a shop because that opens the door for you to go to other things. You also get to interact with reps. You get discounts on gear, shit like that. You pay your dues, and then you come out of it. I mean, it really comes down to what you want out of it. I mean, fuck it, you're young. Work 2 jobs. Work 3 jobs in the summer. Fucking work 7. I don't know. Just don't be diddling your butt for coins on fucking Twitch or something. You know, don't become a Twitch thought. Okay. All right. DGMY, do you know Funky Snowboards? I've seen them. I think they're made at the Nobly factory. They're supposed to be really solid. They have some really interesting shapes. So, yeah. Stefan Sandstrom, what time zone is that? That is the Mountain Time Zone. So, it's Mountain Standard Time. All right. Okay. Yeah. So, all right. I think you guys are almost done with your questions. Okay, Jeremy Stig, wait, is Battalion and Rome the same company? They have the same website. So they are owned by the same parent company. So they are subsidiaries in there. So to save on costs, they streamlined website layouts and everything like that. So basically they're owned by the Nidecker brothers. So Rome is owned along with, yes, Jones, Now, Nidecker, Flow, Lobster, Battalion, Switchback. And I feel like they're picking up something up. I think there's an outerwear company somewhere in there too, but I'm not sure. So yeah. So anyways, yeah, that's going to be it. If you guys haven't subscribed, remember to subscribe, click the bell, get those notifications. That way you're not missing any of the videos we got coming out for you. If you really want to support us, you can always swing over to Angry Snowboarder VIP. I could tell you more here. You can just sign up over there. Check it out. There's a video. It explains everything. You want to order stickers, angrysnowboarderstore.com. If you're buying online and you want to support us, you can always click through the affiliates down below. I don't really push that hard, but it's there if you want to do that. Remember, Friday, 1 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, we'll be back answering more of your guys' questions. You guys have a great day, and I'll see you in another video.